Hello guys, Zetroid88 here with another episode of Rimworld. Now we're just going to turn the volume of the music down a little bit real quick. Not sure if that's copyrighted or not. Um, but yeah, what happened is I did update the game since the last time I've played this. They came out with some minor AI differences, a couple other minor changes they did. You can see them all on the website, of course. But we're just going to start a new colony. And we're actually going to knock it down to rough, just because I feel like I might survive a little bit longer doing that. And I made a new world here, just because I want to make sure there is no issue with any of the old worlds. It says they should load, but we're just going to go with a new world. Now last time I remember we did, I can't remember what biome we did, but we had like flatland. This time I want to try like a rainforest, and I want to try sort of like probably this area here. So, slate, marble, limestone, slate, and granite, and we'll just choose that one will work fine. Alright, so now since we're going there, we need a miner, so we're going to keep, no, we need to change this person up. So what we're going to try and do is get someone young that can do a lot of stuff. Designer, I'm not really good at much. Could go with an inventor, and he's decently young, so we should be okay there. Scientist, not really. Settler, a little old, but that's okay. Could go with an oaf. Yeah, so we're gonna want someone for food then next, is probably my next concern. So you'll work really well with food, I think. Maybe. No, you're just good at research. You're better than my inventor at research. So there's my, I guess my researcher, my grower, and then this person can just be someone random that's young. Although a miner probably wouldn't be a bad idea. But all we're gonna get are like 3 or 4 different ones. You good at mining? You're somewhat good at mining. So there's our miner. And actually, one thing I forgot to change, we're actually gonna make it a larger map this time, just so then we have more. It changed everything on us again, didn't it? We'll just choose some random loadouts here. You'll work. You'll work. A little violent means I can't attack. A surgeon will be fine, and a miner. So that'll work. And we'll just go from there. Now our goal this time is to sort of use the mountain to essentially build into. So instead of having to build all these structures, we have a mountain we can dig into, and we can fortify that. That's probably going to be our best bet. And that's sort of the plan. Now one thing about these biomes, I'm not sure if it's going to happen in the tropical rainforest, but we're going to have to worry about air conditioning decently soon, just so then people don't overheat and die from heat exhaustion. So that's one thing we're going to worry about. Maybe this map will generate here in a minute. Alright, there we go. So it says that we awake, and it's sort of going to give us these areas. So what we could do, alright, what do we have? We have this area here, which has a steam vent. We have this area with no steam vent, with some marshy area. And we could do this area here, too. It's silver ore, okay. I was wondering what that was. That's normal slate, so let's go. Do we have another area? And people can enter in from the side in this area. That's the only bad part. So I think our best bet is probably going to be this one. Because even though we have the vent here, we don't have as much area to grow or start in. And eventually, if we need to, what we can do is we can sort of build a giant wall here, and then run power from here into our base. So we're just going to go with this area here. We're going to, of course, try and fortify that right away. Shouldn't be too far. That's good news. you are... Take a survival rifle, you'll take a pistol, and you'll take a knife. And we're sort of going to mark all this stuff so that people can go and grab it. Now I think we'll use this, we'll sort of build this off and make it into a base. We'll start there. So we're going to go with furniture. We'll throw some sleeping spots down here. And there's a cobra in there, we probably want to take care of that. Yeah, we'll just let them go now. I'm now just concerned that we should build a room. We're going to do our stockpile right here. Sort of do it like that. And they should start bringing stuff over. Cool. The other thing too is we should start growing up here. So we're going to throw in a couple of growing zones. Just like, we'll do 1, do number 2, and number 3. So this first one we'll leave, the second one will make rice, and the third one will make corn. Now the reason I have the smaller one as corn, or the smaller one as rice, is because rice grows pretty quickly. Now if we look at this, who do we have growing? Our settler. That's good. I want you to be in charge of construction repair. I don't really want you doing that. I'll have you hunt though. Although I don't know why. Yeah, our miner should not be the hunter. Probably should be our settler. So they're going to start hauling stuff, and this other person should start growing stuff up here. Now what we should also do is cut trees down, just so we have something to make defenses out of. And we'll let our miner do plant cutting, and then we'll speed it up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to start growing there. And they're going to start cutting down trees a little bit. Alright, and then you're going to go grab food. That's good. So sort of off to a somewhat decent start because we almost have, we basically have like a security wall. So we have this area we can fortify off. And that's our only weakness right now. We got plenty of wood also. And yep, that's our builder. That's good. We're gonna go with borders. Nope, we're gonna just go ahead and build some wooden walls right here. And we'll just sort of leave these over here, but I just want more of a barricade right here, right now. And I think she's set to construct too. So then we'll have this here. We can do a wooden door. That'll give us an inside area here soon. So we'll just sort of go ahead and speed it up. Got plenty of wood, at least. That's the good news. Now you can sort of see the color of the growing zones a little bit. Not that one, but the other two. Alright, and then speed it up a little bit more, just overnight. And they'll wake up here eventually. Yep, so you're going to start cutting stuff down. And you're going to immediately run and go build a wooden wall. Good. And then they're going to finish that up. And why do I have that person set to build? Not sure. I want you just growing stuff. Sort of my only concern right now. Because if we run out of food, then we're not doing too well. Alright, so now they're cutting down all the trees. And I'm not quite sure what I'll use all the wood for. Probably flooring would be my other concern. Because the other thing you notice too, is a lot of them move slower because there's so much grass and everything in here. Alright, so we can't really build anything there. So we're going to have like an initial wall like here probably. We may build some defenses here, and then we'll build a wall here to let into this area. Seems like the plan. Orders in mine, and just sort of do that right now. Nope. To cancel that, and if we mine, we should be able to mine that out. Good news, at least they have somewhere inside to sleep in the rain, because otherwise, if they get rained on a lot in the rainforest, people can catch diseases. And sort of needs food, but that's okay. Now I think in the middle of here, what we're going to build for structure is we're just going to build a wooden pylon, sort of. Yep, and it's going to start yelling at us about meal sources, which is okay. And everyone should be getting up here soon. Yep, and then you're going to start mining. Yep, and you're just sort of enjoying yourself right now, which is okay. At least they're somewhat getting to the growing zones. And as soon as you're done with that, I'm going to have you go grab stuff. And just go ahead and prioritize that. Alright, so that's silver, so I'm not really worried about it. Their home area, we're going to get rid of this as home area. So I don't care too much about that wall, other than the fact that it's there to slow people down. That's really its only use to me right now. Alright, so they're slowly going to get to everything. Getting a little warm out, so it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to throw a solar panel in here soon. And if we go to power, solar panel can fit right there. Got a bunch of slate chunks too, so we'll actually do a dumping stockpile for those over here. So that'll work out for us there. it up a little bit. And alright, there we go. So they're getting a good amount of sleep at least. Yep, and you're gonna start working on the generator, so that's good. Yeah, we'll leave it as Crash Town, because I don't really have any particular names I want to call any of the towns. And there we go. And if we go to structure, we should be able to build a little bit of a wall here. So that should help us a little bit. Don't know why that isn't being mined. Yeah, they're slowly building everything up. And I probably want to build a power room here. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. The other thing we're going to want to throw in here too, for production, is we'll go with a wooden research bench. We can just throw that right here for right now, because about all I'm going to worry about the power for is cooling. Although it is a lot cooler in the mountain. Alright, going to need a little bit of steel and then some wood. And if we go to research, we're going to have stone cutting first. Not really worried about much other than that. There's not much else I see that we need other than maybe some security. Alright, if we jump over there, character can't not do anything. So that probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go catch that person and make them part of the colony. Which means we should probably move sleeping spots temporarily outside, because the inside here and that is perfectly fine. I'm gonna have you go rescue that person. Actually, it's gonna be more like capture. And their health, don't really have much other than their, well, this person's health actually. A little bit of injury, not too bad. It's got plenty of food, which is okay. And you've lost a bit of blood. But if we go to overview, return our settler into pretty much just our warden, our doctor, actually no, not even the doctor. Just our warden, and the only other thing they're going to do is research. Alright, so there we go. If we go to prisoner here, we want to try and recruit him, and we're not going to give him medicine. So you're going to go treat this person. Because otherwise they may bleed out on us. some grass and plants, which is okay, because we can use more than one grower. The hope is when we finally recruit someone, we'll leave our miner as our miner full-time, and then this person can just be our grower. And well, of course we'll have our settler too. Yeah, so you're okay. I can't prioritize you to do anything. But you will take food to him. And we're not that far with that. So what we're going to do is we're temporarily going to turn our surgeon into a grower also, just so they both get to growing. And ever so slowly we should get through research now. And they're just sort of visiting our nothingness here. Needs. Your mood's going to be at 21. 30 or better is what we need. And they're going to go sleep. We should slowly get this research done. What's your research anyway? It's okay. Because no one else can really research, can they? No, not really. And 28 your mood. So your threshold's still a little low. So 34 is what we actually need. So if I look at that, okay. So your mood's good enough now at least. Okay. So we're going to want to deal with that as soon as the boar gets over here. We are up here. And as soon as I know there's a wild boar, we'll instantly turn all of them into recruit them all. There we go. So now it should slow down a little bit, because as soon as they see the boar, they're going to start shooting. Alright, so we killed the wild boar. That's good. We'll just sort of speed things up a little bit, and you'll keep planting, which helps. Because right now our closest food is about probably 25–26% grown, so that doesn't help us. Now if we look at your health and your needs are a little low, but that's probably because you're getting close to needing food. We're basically out of food. Let's see if we can find any bushes or anything we could harvest. Because otherwise our only other option is kill animals and deal with that for right now. Alright. So I'm going to have you go haul those. You should come and grab all those, and we should have a little bit more food at that point. 4, 5, 6. Alright, so that should be enough for a little bit at least. So they're growing at least. Yeah. And as soon as the food is down, I'll have you... Okay. So I'll have you speed up a little bit. clover's doing okay, but I don't know why the grass hasn't died yet. We had a somewhat decent chance of recruiting him at least. And defenses is probably going to be our next concern. You're not incapable of anything. So the good news is we could have 5 people here soon. So that's going to help us a lot. And I'm going to have you get a sleeping spot. We'll do a 5th one out here. And have you mine out this area. You do it like that. Seems like our best bet. We're gonna make this like a battery area. So if we look at his health, he's okay. Our inventor, what's he do? You're a better researcher, so we're gonna switch you back to growing, and we're gonna switch him over to research. Still raining a little bit. Has our inventor guy even gotten here? Not quite. Alright, so they're all doing okay right now. Alright, so it did finally stop raining after like 6 days. So that's the good news. And we could still recruit you maybe. I don't want you researching. I only want him researching. So you can grow, you can repair, you can mine, whatever. I think I'll make the walls of this one metal. There we go. Ever so slowly. Gonna have someone build a wooden door right here. Yep, so I'm gonna have you work on the wooden door. Alright, there we go. There we go. We'll capture him back. Didn't think about that right away. we need wall here then. Maybe we can just ignore him too. Because we sort of do already have 4 people. Where are our builders? No, I want you to build. Alright, so we're going to completely ignore that then. And if we go to furniture, we'll get a sleeping spot. So if we cancel or actually deconstruct all of these, people will just go back inside. So that'll help us. And yeah, that'll be the end of the episode here. So as always guys, thank you for watching. If you have any ideas on any other games you want me to play, or anything about this game, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Yeah, and if anything else on your mind, anything like that, go ahead and put those in the comments. I always do enjoy reading your guys' comments. But as always, thank you, and I will see you guys in the next episode.